soon enough. Good God. Sorry. All right. Yeah, it's showing. All right. 1, call to order, roll call and establish quorum.
Megan?
Here.
Courtney is absent. Kayon is absent. Dustin?
Here.
Lene?
Here.
Ashley?
Here.
And Jody McIntyre is absent.
2, consideration and action on consent agenda. A, minutes from January 3rd, 2024, sorry, regular meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Listen.
Megan?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, Dustin?
Yes.
Lene? Ashley?
Yes.
3, consideration of items removed from the consent agenda. 4, public appearances, petitions, communications, and personal appearances. Under Oklahoma law, the Parks and Recreation Board members are prohibited from discussing or taking any action on items not on today's agenda. 5, consideration and discussion regarding spring sports leagues. Trent.
Okay, as of right now, I believe there are 80 kids signed up for T-ball. We had 7 teams. They've already got their shirts ordered. We're fixing to start pushing for the shirt sponsors. There are 4 8U baseball teams, I think, maybe 5. There are 2 8U softball teams, 5 10U baseball teams, 1 10U softball team with the possibility of another, maybe even a third. If I can get 3 or 4 more girls sign up for 10U, I can have 3 teams. 2 12U baseball teams and 2 12U softball teams. And if anybody knows anybody that would like to coach an 8U baseball team, please get with me and let me know, because if not, I'm coaching. So, other than that, everything's going good.
Got it. All right. 6, consideration, discussion, and possible action to host a Parks and Recreation event for adults. Trent.
Okay, I talked to a couple individuals. The DJ that did our daddy-daughter dance said that Cleveland tried to do an adult prom. If we do that, I said we charge $50 a head, have a DJ come in, have adults come in and have a prom. I don't know, I mean, it's just something to think about. Anything else that we can think of we might want to do for adults?
I think that would be fun. I just think we need to do something for other than just the kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kids, like, expand on what we're trying to do a little bit.
I mean, I see what you're saying. We do a lot for the kids. I mean, we started the Halloween deal. We have the mother-son or the father-daughter dance. We're going to put together a mother-son deal. We have rec league all year long, basically. So, I mean, finding something for adults is great. That was the first one that popped in my head talking to the DJ the other night is, why not try it?
Well, and I think it'd be fun too. Like, I know not everybody will get into it, but like, Jeremy and I, we went to high school together, but we didn't get to go to prom together. So, I mean, and you and Brent didn't get to go to prom together, which I mean, I'm sure you've been to events, but I mean, outside our wedding, we've never really like dressed up like fancy like a prom and gone and done anything. It's just not been our jam, you know. But I think it'd be fun.
When I was a youth pastor way back in the day in Kearney, one of the youth rallies, they dressed up like prom. The kids, the youth groups, and the youth pastors all dressed up like they went to prom. I mean, everybody enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not saying we go out there and spend a ton of money. I'm just like finger foods, like what, basically cookies and maybe meat trays or veggie trays or something, and punch or something like that.
And I think you don't even have to have all that if you don't want to.
You don't.
I mean, because if they're getting dressed up to go to prom, they might go to dinner first, but you could have your drinks and your cookies or just something very simple. I mean,
and that would be fun too. I mean, I know Charlie Box is doing that consignment like prom dress thing, but I mean, I know she's doing that for the high school girls, but I mean,
None of us will fit those little dresses.
No.
I mean, we could dream, but I mean, we could do. I mean, we could do stuff like that. I mean, I think it would be fun. I think it would.
Like I said, and as time comes, later in the year, we can start discussing if we want to try it this year, which I don't know if we'll have enough time to throw something together this year. But if we do, we can, if we want to put it back. It doesn't have to be a prom. I mean, it can be, it's,
Or formal or something.
oh, yeah, something, I mean, just something.
The only other thing I thought was like maybe like, I don't know, like I think that'd be fun. I was like trying to think of like anything. And I even thought like maybe like some kind of like a concert in the park or something.
I think that would be fun.
Like, I mean, someone like Kill Lester, or like something like,
Yeah.
here are a couple of them, you know, and do something.
Maybe talk to the Lesters and see if the Great Divide would come and do something.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, they're local guys right here.
But, yeah, I don't know. But I just think something like that might be fun too. Like that would be a good like fall probably, weather wise.
It's just, I mean, just something we can start brainstorming on now and just see.
Yeah.
Write this down real quick. Sorry. Should we
I like the concert idea. But the origin would be in the summer instead of the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
I
of
guess it'd be
football.
late longer
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
You could do it later, like 8 o'clock.
Yeah. All right. 7. Consideration, discussion, and possible action to host a Parks and Recreation summer softball clinic.
I've talked to the mayor. She would like to do it before summer, depending on medical stuff.
Well, I do have information on that. We had lesson tonight. Her situation got moved up to this month, end of this month. So she said if we were to talk about doing a clinic, that it might have to be pushed back to like mid-season of the fall.
And that's fine. But yeah, she hit me in City Hall the other day and wants to do it, would
Yes.
love to do it, wants to volunteer the time. And she said it's just something that the Parks and Rec will have to work on getting a price to charge for the kids. She wants to do it as a fundraiser for the Parks and Rec department. Basically is what it boils down to.
Right. But something she suggested this evening when we were talking about it was doing like a or mid-season refresher or something like that. Like
Yep.
kind of calling it something like that for her, just so that would give her plenty of time to rehab back from.
Right, and that was her biggest. She said if I don't get it pushed early, then we'll do it before. She said, but I'd really like to do it afterwards. I said, you're the boss. You're the one.
Especially if
Yeah.
You're the one that's going to volunteer your time to come in and do this for us. So I will work off your schedule.
Yeah. All right. 8. Consideration and discussion regarding daddy-daughter Valentine's Day dance held on Sunday, February 4th, 2024. Trent.
Okay, there was an online submittal Parks and Recreation survey. I never knew that there was anything like that. It got emailed to me regarding the daddy-daughter dance. That's the same look I'm sure I had when it popped up today.
Like,
It is from noreplycivicplus.com. So civicplus.com, and I don't have to reply to it, it's just online form submitted Parks and Recreation survey.
okay.
Is it Stillwater's?
No, this is ours. It came to my email, to my city email.
Website.
So in here, I got one email.
Okay.
The age was 35 to 44. They lived in the city. They brought their child, 1 to 2. Let's see.
Age 1 to 2 or 1 to 2?
They brought 1 to 2
Okay.
1 to 2 children. They attended the daddy-daughter dance. They loved it.
That's good.
So the decision to keep bringing in expensive photographers with high prices for prints and copies is ridiculous. Set up a nice background, but the guy didn't charge us anything. Nobody knew that. But what their suggestion is get a like do a little photo, like a 360 booth maybe.
Well, and you could even do, because a 360, that's something that we're gonna have to pay. I mean, those are expensive to
Right.
rent, but, and what they may even mean is just have a set area.
That's what-
Like a backdrop.
That's what he said, put a camera on a
Yeah.
tripod, hey, come snap a picture of us right
Yeah.
now, type deal.
Yeah, that'd be,
And I get, but Jonah didn't, the guy I talked, he did not, I don't think he charged anybody for any pictures or anything, he just put them online for
yeah, he
free.
just
And he did
snapped a
good.
bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I like, yeah, he did.
I liked it better than last year.
Post about that.
Well,
He stayed on his,
Was?
on his feet the whole time.
Last year's,
I know, Will, yeah.
just to buy a picture, it's kind of,
Yeah.
Overall rating, 1 very dissatisfied, 10 was very satisfied. He marked it an 8.
Good.
They also put on there, well, that's something I can talk to Bob about, because that's way, 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 way in the future. Way in the future. But yeah, don't have any complaints about anything, just, like I said, that I didn't even know we had anything like that, and when I opened up my email and it was on, I was like, what is this? So, but yeah, just, and that's the only one that I had emailed to me, but everybody else that was there, man, the first person that left to the last person that left said they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The first round was extremely hot, was more packed than the second round. The second round was easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was definitely packed.
So, but other than that, I mean,
and I think the only negative I heard, and it wasn't even like a real negative, it was just like and I don't know what kind of music they played at the first dance, but the second dance, there was a couple of songs that was like, ooh, like these are kind of.
well, what they did is the second dance,
Yeah, it's
they let the girls do requests.
Oh,
And they were trying to go through there and they were finding clean, edited versions of the songs that these girls requested.
and those were mainly young girls. I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
they were right.
Yeah. Okay, I'll help them speak. And I looked at this
How you
like,
spell this? And it
how do
was,
these girls even know what these songs are?
Yeah, because there was only one high school girl and one middle school girl.
Yeah, so I mean, it was basically the same age all night long.
That's great.
And what I'm wondering is if we, I won't say divide it 2 different nights, but another thing I was thinking about doing is I know there were several dads that paid $25 for the first dance and $25 for the second dance.
Yeah.
Because they brought their younger daughter to the first one. So what I would suggest, and we'll talk about this later, is if he's bringing one and another one, why not just charge the $10 for the other one? Because he's already paid the,
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. No.
no, it was never set up that, if you brought them at the same time, it was $10.
How would we thought anybody would do 2 different?
and we had a few guys that did it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, because like I would like, because if, a long time ago it was divided by ages, and I was like, oh, like I asked for permission for Lainey to go to the other one.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we don't want to go.
Well, and I will
time.
say, that was
So,
a positive I heard this time was that there wasn't.
There wasn't a division between the
No,
ages.
whichever time frame worked better.
I like that better too.
Yeah.
But it's just, so maybe moving forward, it's just something that, nobody said anything about it.
Yeah.
And I know there were 2 or 3 dads that were at both, and
Yeah.
I know they paid the $25 for both sets, and I wasn't meaning it to be that way. I don't think any of us were. So next year we'll word it and say, okay, you're signed up for here
Regardless of
and
time.
here, regardless of time. This is just $10.
Yeah.
And then because we did we do tickets again this year like we did?
Yeah.
So maybe something like we can have a special hole punch or something for that first dance. If they're
Right.
gonna be coming back, you can punch their hole and let you know.
But I did let the dads and daughters keep the tickets. I was like, hey, this could be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw them away. I didn't need them, but
Yeah.
I also like, even though it was impromptu, the game, one of the asked to play a game in the first session. And we did it, and it was nice, but I was thinking we should come up with a game that the daddy and the daughter can play
Yeah.
together. And not a competition, but
just a fun thing.
yeah. And because
That's a good idea.
some girls didn't want to dance the whole time, and some girls danced the whole time without their dad. So it'd be a fun activity.
Just a little breakup point,
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
like a trivia or something like that.
Yeah. No, I think that Like anything that I saw on Facebook, everything was positive. I don't think I saw any.
So I didn't have any negative, but I felt bad because I know one of the dads for sure
Yeah.
did both, and I was like, and they have sponsored the Parks and Rec tremendously since I've been here. I mean, banner sponsors, shirt sponsors, and he never said a word about it. But
Do you know if he paid online?
that I don't know if he paid online or not.
'Cause I don't know how that's set up.
If you pay online, when I took the online payments for it, go in there and to the website, just do everything else, and I'd scroll down and go to other Parks and Rec other, and just put Daddy Daughter Dance. So that's how when I took the online payments on Saturdays I was working, that's how I did them. But he didn't buy them through me, so I don't know if his wife went to City Hall and got them or what.
Right. Yeah, I think that's definitely.
I know he didn't pay online unless, well, he may have, and still took the receipt and to the City Hall and got the tickets that way too. I don't know.
It
But
might
it's-
just be something to let city staff know.
Right, and like I said, I didn't think about it this year, and I didn't, but it's something I
No, I would have.
paid attention to, and Lene, thank you very much for getting the volunteers. Your volunteers were outstanding, and everybody that was there and helping, great, thank you very much. I was able to just sit back and talk to people. I really, I like the PR part of my job too.
I mean, I think the number was good, like, there was 4 to 5 each time.
Yeah,
So it was, I mean, we weren't doing something all the time, but it was enough, because like the one time me and Gina ran to the store to get more stuff, and there was still plenty of people there.
yeah.
It was enough.
And Kay uncovered the door while I had to run down and get two more cases of water. I mean, there was enough coverage the whole time that I didn't feel concerned with somebody having to go somewhere. And we didn't run out of food.
So the first Daddy Daughter Dance, it was me, Ryan, and one other person that ran it all night long.
The people that worked the first one was a lot harder than the people that worked the second one, I promise you that.
Yeah.
We didn't work that
Not that we were lazy, we just
No,
didn't have
no.
a lot to do.
Sure.
It was just a lot.
There was just so many people at that first one, and it got hot.
That sounds so bad. Yeah. Egg straight.
I just took Eddie too. I didn't want to take the 2-year-old.
Come on. All right. Number 9, consideration, discussion, and possible action regarding increasing sport registration and field use fees. Trent.
Okay, apparently it's that time of year to where we have to decide whether we are sticking with the 65 or bumping it up on sign-up fees, which I think SASA, I don't remember how much SASA is, I don't.
80.
And then if we want to keep it at 60, which I don't have an issue, honestly, but what I'm concerned is the way the inflation is going, should we bump it up to 70?
Did we not just increase it all?
I feel like we did.
So the
Like,
reason,
since you've been
Yeah,
doing it.
I know we've talked about this
I
recently.
think we had a special.
We had a special one.
meeting.
the reason it's on this agenda is just so that we don't go years on end and kind of forget about it. So you'll see it on the agenda, the plan is every February.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean you have to increase it, it's just an opportunity to bring it up again and discuss it.
The reason we increased it is because when I got here, it was like $55.
Yeah.
We were
Needed.
losing money by the time that you figure it's $12 a bag for field chalk. I mean, I was just like, hey, SASA charges and about it however long ago, and they was like, okay. So then I brought it to you all and we upped it. But yeah, it's just basically so we don't forget, so we can know where we're at on budgeting.
I feel like, this is just personal opinion, but I don't, like you said, I don't know what they charge either, but I feel like I would want to for sure keep it less.
Right.
And can we do one and not the other? Like if we say, okay, we want to raise field fees, can we raise that? Or is it all?
Well, the field fees will be like when Joe comes in and rents the fields. That's the field fees. When a team that is not part of Parks and Rec, which is not gonna happen.
We don't have time for that.
We exploded
Yeah.
this year. If they wanted to come in and rent the fields, I think we were charging is it on all these?
Now, is it gonna cost more with us joining the league?
I think our price went up like $5 because of everything else. And I think it's instead of 50, I think we're like at 55 or 60 instead of 5 or 10. Nothing major.
Yeah.
With us being a new league and with that money that we sent over there to Tri-County, they bought the rings, they did all that, they paid for all the league fees, and it was one flat deal. Here, all the teams that are registered I'm registering the teams once I get them all done. And then we're throwing in $5 a team to have our umpires go through a training class on a Saturday here in Perkins. So at least umpires will know. And that's why it went up. We're trying to get trained umpires so we don't have issues.
What is the fee? What is the fee? Is it like a per team fee for that? For the league?
Yeah, it's like $25 a team or something like that, and then it's 25 because that's going to cover the rings.
That's actually
No,
less than I thought.
no, that because each team pays it.
Okay.
So, and each town is required to register their own teams.
So one kid's registration covers that,
Yeah,
more than that.
right,
Okay.
for the team. So and I'm not doing T-ball. T-ball does not. I got enough problems without bringing other teams into T-ball. But yeah, I got 4 teams for 8U baseball. It's $100. I have 2 teams for 8U softball, $50. So it's like $25 a team. I go through there, I get the birthdays off of the registration forms, type it in the website, and done.
That's good.
So, and then,
And no end of the season fees, right?
right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nothing extra.
Okay, then we shouldn't raise that then.
It's nothing extra. Like I said, the only reason we upped the league fees, it was 25 in Tri-County, but it's 30 here because we're bringing teams in and we're gonna, as a league, they're all coming to Perkins and the league is paying somebody to work with softball umpires part of the day, baseball umpires the other part of the day, and they wanna pay that person to do it. Which I didn't have an issue, I didn't see an issue with it, because then that way everybody knows, okay, kid, rules. And if your umpires were not in this class and they mess up, then that's on that town to look bad. It doesn't look bad on the whole league.
I like that.
So my question then, moving over to field use fees, are we competitive with
We are cheaper.
area
We are cheaper.
by a lot?
A lot.
Because to me, that 20 for 2 hours single use, like that just seems,
We are cheaper by a lot, which is fine.
Stillwater, I think if you rent their fields out, it's like $2,500 or something.
I was thinking it's $40 an hour
I think
last year.
Yeah, they charge by hour.
that's what I was thinking was
we're a
40.
lot cheaper. Which, like I said,
That's 20, yeah, I think it was like, I think it was $40 an hour. I was thinking it was gonna be $160 per week for our team to practice there last year if we didn't just go ahead and sign up for SASA. So we just
And
signed
you
up
had
for
to be
SASA.
insured or
you do
something.
it, you do a 10-week practice season, you're looking at $2,600, $1,600. I mean, but honestly, we're not gonna be able to rent our fields out other than for any other teams coming in. There's just no way possible. It's like this, I got a team down there tonight, they're debating on whether to join our league or not. Told them, I said, you can use it tonight because our league has not started yet. It's half their teams in Perkins, half their teams in Stillwater. I said, but after tonight, if you don't join our league, I'm not gonna be able to let you rent our fields. I'm just gonna tell you that much right now because
It's gonna be.
I'm at what I can do. And I mean, I'm going to the tribe and trying to see, because I got one team that said that they will go out and practice at the tribe for their T-ball team, or their 8U team. They just want it for one night. So I'm talking to the tribe, say, well, I need one night from 6:30 to 8:30 or 5:30 to 7:30 a week. That's it. And I don't know what the tribe charges.
So I mean, even though like with all the tournaments and stuff that we have coming in, is it worth even looking at raising it for that? Or no? I really don't know.
To be honest with you, I kind of feel like at the time being leaving it because, well, number one, we're not gonna have teams coming in anyways.
Yeah.
But also, I do feel like the tournaments are gonna help our town and bring people here. And until, like, maybe let that get established this year where teams are wanting to come here before we just like jack the price up on him or something. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of hate to do that with him trying to bring things here.
And if that sales
Because
tax,
no one else is doing
well,
it.
that sales tax goes through, all those towns are coming, all those teams that are coming here is going to go for that as well.
I just don't know if like this year, I mean, to start out with, there might not be as, like, those tournaments might not be full because it's not really established. And our fields aren't perfect yet.
And that's what I would,
That's what I
nothing, and nothing against our fields, but we are not a pristine,
Oh,
our fields are not.
So by, maybe if we
2 to
get
3
that
years.
established, then next year,
Right.
if we think about raising it and it's more established, it's not like eating up every single thing that they're making to try to do it.
I agree.
That was my, because that was gonna be my first thing, it's like, I don't wanna go up on prices because you're the ball that goes through a field.
Yep.
I can't do nothing about that. We, as a city, can't do anything about that right now. So I agree with you, let's see where we're at next year at this time, when this comes back up.
Well, and if we see like before fall that we have to, it could be put on there again if we needed it to be like we did last time.
Right. But as of right now, I kind of with you, I don't see a point in raising them.
Yeah.
Because this is something new to Perkins. I mean, it just started within, like, last fall, really.
I feel like that's the only person it's gonna affect, because since we're not gonna have time during the week for people to rent the fields,
Right.
it's just gonna affect what Joe's doing on the weekends. pretty
Yeah.
much.
no, I mean, I was just, that's why I was
I agree with
asking, but no, I'm good with that too.
Because, I mean, he's helping the city out. He's gonna help the parks, because that's I don't know how much it is. Every week that he uses our fields, it's $1,000, or at least $1,000 that goes into the,
I think just leave them there, and then if the sales tax passes, or, we make money off of tournaments and everything, we can rebuild the fences, and then we can increase that.
as we get to that pristine.
Payback,
No.
and as far as the
League fees,
fees,
I don't have an issue with where they're at.
I mean, there may be some players or kids that
They can't, and I know
with that.
I know that for a fact. There are some kids that can't, and I'm working with the families. I mean, and I know that. But I'm not gonna tell this kid, no, you cannot come play Parks and Rec baseball. You can't come play. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
If the parents said I can pay for one now, and can you give me 2 weeks to pay for the other one? And who's asking me, they have been in contact with me, they have worked concession stands when needed help. I have a hard time telling somebody no, when they reach out and talk.
Yeah, I mean, even if they, to me, even if they
Well, no,
I mean, yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, for me, that's even still, like, I don't want to turn anyone away, and I hope that we have put that out there enough that families feel that way.
And that's where just let me know if you need help. I had a kid sponsored last year. I had a kid sponsored for basketball. I mean, we can get it done. I just need to know.
Okay, so I motion to leave all sports registration and field use fees the same.
Just be no
Second.
action.
Action, okay. All right, 10, consideration, discussion, and possible action to elect a chair for a 1-year term. Trent.
Amy.
You guys. We just, something that we have to do every year.
Is it every year in February?
Yep, for this board.
So this is new to
So
me,
it
so
can be, it doesn't have to be a new person, it can be the same person, just up to you all.
Well, I'll just be honest that I think my term is up in December, and my kids are kind of older, so like I mean, something might change between now and December, but like right now, I'm thinking like I would probably be good to have somebody who has younger kids like in there, so I might not would be here for a year term, so I don't really think I'd be a good person for that. Hang on. I mean, I'm just being realistic. I don't want to like if it's. I don't want to take a spot and then it not fulfill. You know, like fulfill the whole time.
Megan spoke very well at the meeting.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind going another year as chair. It's totally up to you guys.
Can we put it on people that aren't here?
You better believe that vice chair is going back to whoever. I'm just kidding. I won't do that to her. Maybe.
Hers is December too. I think me and Courtney are both December. I don't know what her plan is though.
So somebody can motion for Megan or whomever to.
Okay, I motion for Megan to be chair of the board.
Second.
That was fast, Cal.
Are you interested in doing the vice chair or? Oh wait, I guess we can't say that yet, can we?
Not till you get to it.
Hold on just a second. Okay, on you second, right?
Yes.
Okay, Megan,
Yes.
Second.
Leon?
Everything. Yes.
Dustin, Lene,
Yes.
and Ashley.
11, consideration, discussion, and possible action to elect a vice chair for a 1-year term.
What's the vice chair?
Yeah, I was saying, what's the job duty?
Do you like do her duties when she's gone?
If I'm not able to be here at a meeting, you'll sit here and read all of this and basically it's.
You'll lead the meeting if she's gone.
Sure, I'll volunteer.
Okay.
You gotta be here every meeting.
So somebody
I make a motion for Dustin to be the vice chair.
I second that.
That was you, Ashley? That's you?
I got one more here.
Megan?
Got two yes.
Leon? Dustin?
Yes.
Lene?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
12, consideration, discussion, and possible action, or possible discussion. I was supposed to say possible action.
Yes, it is.
I was like,
What's that? Oh my gosh.
possible action to elect a secretary. Sorry, I just threw that. I was like, wait. All right, a secretary. Okay, so what are the
Duties.
duties going to be of the secretary? What I should say. Sorry.
So, as you see, I've been the secretary, but I was recently reading the code language on this, and a secretary is in the code. The language is for the secretary to be on the board. It really doesn't change anything, to be
Okay.
honest. I'll still do the minutes. The secretary's name will be at the bottom, and they will sign off on them with the chair after they've been approved.
Oh, I can do that. That's easy.
All right.
I'm secretary. You can't be late. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been on time lately.
I'm teasing you. I
I
second
have worked hard these past few months.
I'm so sorry. Who's second?
me.
Ashley.
I'm giving you a hard time.
I just had to grab them from church today.
It really changes nothing.
Yeah.
It's just,
It doesn't.
we want to do.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Right. Okay, Megan,
Yes.
Kayon,
Yes.
Dustin,
Yes.
Lene, and Ashley.
Yes.
All right. 13, consideration and discussion regarding City of Perkins special joint meeting of the City Commission, Library Board, Library Trust, Parks and Recreation Board, to be held on February 5th, 2024. Correct.
I don't know how to think, because I have not got any feedback from anybody about anything, and that makes me nervous. I mean, if somebody said that they told me that they were 100% against it and wanted to know why we were wanting it so bad, I could at least take them and show them. But as it stands right now, everybody that I've talked to, like, yeah.
But I didn't realize until the meeting that it's two different votes.
Yes.
I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause the votes, they can either be approved,
Together?
us denied, or us together, or both denied.
Yep.
So,
My big takeaway from the meeting, there was a couple. One, I personally didn't realize that even if you lived outside of city limits and you had a PO box, the city got sales tax off your PO box. I don't know why I didn't know that or even think about that.
Me either. I
Didn't
didn't know
either.
that.
But I didn't know that until the meeting. So I feel like that's a good point to put out there too. But the other takeaway was, I can't remember her name, but
Jarvis.
no,
They
she's
get up and ask the questions.
no she's the one that said I hope that we were planting trees. Like that'd
Miss
be
Perk.
yes. The point that she made was, I feel like that's something that's an elderly, and that's what my biggest thing was. Is yes, we've been doing all the youth, but it's the elderly that are within city limits that we need to be hitting very hard and talking to.
I want to plant trees, but if this doesn't go through, we're looking at
Right.
hundreds of thousands of dollars in irrigation, water, trees.
No.
And I think by her saying trees, yes, I think she means that, but even if we did like little like potted flowers or just
beautify.
something,
Yeah.
just to beautify them, I think
No, and that's
trees
why
will be good too, but I think even if we had to start on a much smaller scale, that I think,
that's also why I said what I said was about we need to make sure that people know it's more than just the ball fields, it's the beautification of things.
yes.
Because I think that's something that our elderly truly appreciate because they've been here the longest, that know what the parks used to look like when they were first created or when they used to take care of them. I mean, just like her mentioning Emerson Park up there, I forgot that was even a park at one point in time. Like,
That would be a good event
you know,
for them to come out and play.
yeah.
I think the other thing is, that's why I said what I said. Like I said, there's two other swings or Parrish age swings down at Dixon Park. It's $300 to fix one of them.
Oh, yes, I know.
I mean, and there's a part of the travel plaza, the Territorial Plaza, the little tic-tac-toe board.
Yeah.
It was broke. I had to go out there with the sawzall because it's $1,500 just for that part. It's not, there's nowhere in the budget to fix that type of stuff. And that's why I really wanted to touch on that. Because when it does come time to start repairing these, which it is time, it's expensive to repair them.
And I don't know if this is off topic, but this was kind of piggybacking off of what you said about the elderly. Why don't we do events so they could feel like they're included?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that was part of what we had talked about, I think, at the last meeting about going out and reaching out to them and just going to talk to them about this vote and how important it is and what we can do for them with all of this as well and get their opinions on things.
Well, I know there was one that went to City Hall and demanded a sign be put in her yard. To the point I went out when it was 30 degrees and the ground was still frozen and because she wanted the sign in her yard because she is for it. So she goes, how do I get one? And Amanda told her, she said, okay, can he come put it in today? I want it now.
And I wouldn't mind donating my time once a month, doing like a workout dance class or something for free for just the older.
What about, I mean, I don't know, but do they still meet for like lunch on Fridays
They did.
at the senior center, or is it just the music on Mondays and Thursdays?
I saw something on Facebook.
Might take some flyers down there, and you know who does it is Debbie Wise.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure,
Right.
or I think she's involved somehow.
I know
So maybe take some flyers to, I wonder if we could get with her tomorrow, because if they're doing music like on Thursday night.
we went to a luncheon
They did meet
First
up.
Baptist Church Thursday. Was it Thursday? No, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Bob, Jay Hud and I went to a luncheon at the First Baptist Church that the elder
Yeah, that's what I
was, and they were all for it.
Yeah.
So I think the elderly know where we want to go.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's not that I don't. I just think that we need to make sure like that's
Who votes?
yeah, it really is. But just making sure. I mean, Miss Jarvis, she had very good questions. I felt like, and
Yeah.
it wasn't. I know a lot of people felt like she was not for it until she got up there and was like speaking. But I mean, she just had questions, and they were good questions that most people really needed to probably or wanted answered.
But other than that, I mean, I reached, that's just my concern. I know there's been one negative email that said no more taxes. That's it.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if have y'all heard any feedback? Nobody has.
I haven't heard anybody talking about it at all, really. Other than us sharing it and the people that share it, I've not heard any.
Well, I know down at Dixon Park, I handed out about 15 to 20 flyers last week because it was so nice. Everybody was down there playing the playground. And they're like, well, what about the swings? I said, if this goes through, I can fix them. If not, we're gonna have to wait until July so I can budget to fix them.
And I know that Bob and Trent and Jennifer Hudson are all for speaking and giving that presentation to any groups that will
Yeah.
invite them.
Yeah.
So if
We
there's
know
people
Tuesday.
that
We have
need-
what?
I know, it's gotta be quick.
But I was surprised to see at least 20 people show up. That there was that many there for it,
Yeah.
just to get answers. If somebody asks you all who to talk, send them my way. I mean, I don't mind answering. If somebody wants to know, like, if you hear somebody say, I really don't understand why we need this, give them my number, I'll meet them. I will take them to the library and show them
Yeah.
why.
Maybe we can, kind of reiterating, about fields and the youth and all that, but also
Pictures.
to reestablish the parks and try to get that out there, because I think we kind of focus more on the fields and everything, and then with the lady off of,
Charlotte,
Eric.
yeah, she made kind of like, well, what about the trees? And so I didn't really realize, that it didn't come to my mind about that, and then kind of what you were saying about the swings and everything, and just kind of say that, I mean, it's going to be an overall deal.
Yeah.
Do we have a flyer at the apartments, the play flyer?
The apartment, what apartment?
One on Lover's Lane,
Sterling Park.
Sterling, thank you.
That I know of. Because it's private property, I don't know who to get a hold of to put anything up there. I think I got like 2 banners left. And if anybody knows somewhere I can put 2 banners, I will put 2 banners out.
You could, I don't think Chamber would care. I'll just volunteer. But if you want to put one like up on the front of
Like
our,
I did at City Hall in the library.
probably, I don't know, I didn't.
I tied it to the railing.
Well, and if you've got one there, you may not need one over there. But if you want one, a place for it, I mean.
So I have it at Am Pride. Shoot. The stop sign right there at the apartments at Lover Lane. The lady has, I got a banner there. I got a banner at City Hall, the new library, at Peters Park, right there by the stop sign. So I have a yard sign at Peters Park, right there where you park.
Oh, that's
So you cannot say you didn't see that.
Yeah.
What about putting one at the corner of Sadler and Kirk at the intermediate, like where people are coming in?
We
every day?
thought about that, and there's a reason there's not one there.
Gotcha.
Bob did not think that landowner would allow it,
Gotcha.
so I don't know.
If you have an extra yard sign, I would like one put at my dad's,
Yeah,
at his house.
I can get you a yard sign. That's,
Yeah.
I think, I'll steal one from the B4 Designs. Or Wandering Brew.
Yeah, they're really nice yard signs. Like mine has held up all the rain that we had. It didn't move.
Is on one side of the sign talk about the city hall meeting and the other
Okay,
side talk
what-
about? Because I have one that's the city hall meeting, I think.
You should have one that's both.
So does it say it? I need to just
Because
read it.
what happened
Okay.
was is when Kyle he only made the town hall ones first.
Okay.
He didn't do anything of the vote. So instead of losing all those yard signs, he just said, can I flip them over? I was like,
He's done both sides.
perfect.
Okay.
So, I mean, it worked out perfect that way.
Okay. I just didn't see the other side.
Yeah. You should have one that has both.
Okay.
I strategically put it in your neighborhood for that reason.
Try to come turn it.
Yeah.
Turn this on. Yeah.
wait till his day off.
Gonna be out. Are people gonna be out like? I mean, I don't know, like on the day of the vote, or no, or
Like dress up and.
Is who gonna be out?
like have signs to go vote. I don't know. Some people do that. Like,
Like election years.
yeah, I didn't know if that's something that anyone.
We never discussed that.
I mean, I think it'd be smart, like, especially at drop off at the elementary school,
Yeah.
somebody out there waving,
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
school premises.
Okay, but across the street at the church.
or at the park, you can't stand at the park.
park you can.
Well, that's, yeah, what I meant, because I mean, people are driving down Kirk right there.
I don't think city staff can, because city staff can't probably
Right.
say to vote one way or
What
the
is
other.
Tanner doing that day?
But private
What's
citizen.
Tanner doing that day?
Tanner, he's got class. Yeah, right?
What day is that? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't know, I know there's some places that put some like Walmart parking lot. There's days you can go Walmart parking lot and you can come back and have 15 flyers in your windshield wipers.
That should be illegal.
I agree,
I got caused a wreck on my car a few weeks ago, for real.
but it's not, and I mean, and I know Stephanie at B4 has put them in all of the bags that, I took her a stack of them and she just started shoving them in her bags.
Yeah, that's good.
And Wandering Brew had a big stack. I haven't checked with her this week. I'll go by and tomorrow and force myself to drink a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I don't know of any other way to get it out. I mean, I think we have,
I want people to go vote. That's what I'm more concerned about than anything, is people not going.
right. And I don't know. That's the only other, it's like you can't force them to.
That's why I wondered if
Can
some
we go
people,
out and hold signs?
if some people are out, that's just a reminder. So,
All right, anything else about the,
Like I said, if you don't know where I can put a banner, let me know, because I got like 2 or 3. And I'm afraid people are getting blind to them by now. Like and I appreciate Steve letting me put one there.
Yeah.
what about the pawn shop?
I'll go talk to,
I think there's a couple stakes out there.
I got T-post. I can drive a T-post in the ground.
We usually let people, a lot of times. I would check with him.
I'll talk to Wayne tomorrow.
Harlan, maybe.
if not, I mean, you can even talk to Pastor Marty, because you could put it, if pawn shop will work, you can put it out front of the clothes store with it. Right next door.
Probably. Wayne hasn't told me to own anything.
I
And I don't mean
It's
that.
usually really
I've
good.
known the Nettles since I was showing livestock and buying straw.
Yeah, I don't see him having a problem at all with it, but if something were to happen, I would share the other. All right, 14, new business. Under the Open Meeting Act, this agenda item is authorized only for matters not known about or which could not have been reasonably foreseen prior to the time of posting the agenda or any revised agenda. All right, 15, I motion to adjourn.
Megan motioned?
Yes.
Renee second. Megan?
Yes.
Leon?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Renee? Yes. Ashley?
Yes.
Sure.
Didn't vote.
So yes.